I'm Julie Johnson. I just wanted to make a video about two things that I recently almost bought, but didn't actually end up buying. And between the two of them, it probably saved me about $70. I'm really happy about that. So the first thing that I almost bought was my husband and I were at Walmart. This was maybe like a month ago now. We were at Walmart and we saw this, or I saw this portable air conditioner, and it was like maybe about this big, portable, and I thought, oh, how great would that be? Because my husband does a lot of racing, and so in the summer he's in his like full racing equipment with his helmet and stuff. He's in his race car, which doesn't have air conditioning, and I thought, oh, this would be so great for him as a portable air conditioner, so that when he's out there in his car, he could have a little bit of air conditioning and not be so hot in the summer. So I looked at it, I showed him, I was like, doesn't this look great? And he was like, oh yeah, that does look really great. So I have really just been trying not to buy things impulsively, and it wasn't on our list, obviously, for going there, because I just saw it while we were in there. And so I intentionally, I said, okay, let's not buy it today, but let's keep it in mind. And so I sent myself an email with a picture of it. And then when I was going through my email and clearing all of that out, processing all that, I said, oh yeah, let me look this up. So I looked it up and looked at reviews of it, and the reviews were not good. They were not at all good. So a lot of people said like the fan really didn't cool, that it broke really quickly, that it like made a lot of noise, but it didn't really like air condition anything, and that it was a waste of money, a lot of people said. There were a few people who said it was great, but the majority of people said, don't waste your money on this. So for me, I felt really, really relieved that I hadn't bought that, and had to learn the hard way that it wasn't a good product, because when I see something like that, I think, oh, that's really great. That would be really, really useful for this specific purpose. But in this case, if it's not a quality product that's going to last the way that we want to use it, then it's not going to actually be helpful to us. And it actually would probably end up being something we'd either have to throw away, or we'd have to give away or consign because it doesn't work the way that we want it, or it doesn't work for what we need it for. Or the other alternative is that we feel bad because we spent $40 on it, and we just keep it in the garage forever until one of us is finally like, are we ever going to use that? And then my husband would feel bad because I bought it for him. So he'd feel like, oh, it doesn't really work that well. And I would say, okay, let's get rid of it somehow, right? But that could be like months or years before that would happen, where that item would be taking up space. When he saw it, if it didn't really work right and he didn't end up using it, like he might feel bad for not using it because I bought it for him. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? So I was really happy that we saved ourselves that $40, and also saved ourselves like the time and the mental energy and the emotion that maybe would have gone into that product. The second thing that I was really happy that I didn't impulse buy was, okay, so we were at an Airbnb. Gosh, it's been like 2 months now, but over the summer, my daughter and I went to an Airbnb. And you guys know that I always meal prep all of my breakfasts, and that I do a smoothie every morning at 5 a.m. for breakfast. And so when we went to this Airbnb, it was just my daughter and I had to bring my giant Ninja blender where like the base is this big, you know, and you put your little blender top on it. And I had to bring that with me because frozen smoothies are really gross if you let them defrost, or if you like blend it up and then let it defrost, like that's really, really gross. So I didn't want to drink that. So I brought them already packed and frozen, and then I brought that blender base, and in the morning when it was time to eat it, I made it in the blender. But I was really, really frustrated because I was like, I don't want to carry, you know, when we're traveling more, like after COVID, I don't want to have to carry this giant Ninja blender base wherever we go. And a lot of times we do stay in Airbnbs, and they do have blenders, but you never actually are sure like how well those blenders work and everything. Anyway, so Facebook somehow realized that this was a problem I was having. I don't know how, but all of a sudden I started getting ads for this little tiny blender, like the blender cup, you know, where it's like your individual serving cup, and then it has like a top that blends it up and is a blender. And I was like, wow, that looks great. Like it charges on a USB, but it's battery powered, and you can use it like as a charger. You can also charge it with your phone cord. I just thought it was so cool and super lightweight. Like you could put it in your bag, the entire thing looked really, really great. And so I almost hit buy now. Actually, I did hit buy now. And then I thought, okay, I really should like research this a little bit better. So I did my research. I read some reviews. A lot of people said it was really, really great. But then I read a couple really specific reviews that said, if you're trying to blend and like chop up anything that's fibrous, right? So like fruit or different like oranges, apples, grapes, and like I do a lot of, I blend up like squash and stuff, or like different vines and stuff in my smoothies. So a lot of greens and stuff. So those are really fibrous things sometimes. Bananas, not so much, but they're frozen bananas. So a lot of the reviews said that, hey, this product is really great in theory. And if you buy their little like dried smoothie powders and you're just mixing that with water, that it's great. But if you're trying to do an actual smoothie, like how I do, where I'm blending up the actual fruit and vegetables, that it's not necessarily going to work very well. So I was really disappointed with that. Also, the individual little canisters themselves don't come with an individual top. Like the blender bottom is the top of the canister. Otherwise, it's just a cylinder. And so you wouldn't be able to pre-package your smoothies. Like if I was going away and I was going to be gone 2 mornings and I needed 2 breakfasts, I wouldn't be able to, I could pack one frozen with the smoothie with the blender bottom, but then I wouldn't be able to pack another one that was already in the cylinder separate because it doesn't have a top for it. So I was really glad also that I didn't buy that product. Saved me some money, and also saved me from having to like have this product that probably wouldn't work for what I wanted, even though it sounds really great in theory. Those are just a couple examples of things that I really wanted to impulse buy, and I thought would really make our lives better. But honestly, when I think about buying them and then now knowing what I read about them, I'm just really glad that I didn't buy those. So in my life, it's fine. Like it's gonna be fine. The next time I travel is to my parents' house and they have a blender. It'll be fine. I'm just gonna take it as it comes, one trip at a time. And if I do find an alternative, or if you guys know of a way to bring your smoothie stuff with you or bring your blender with you, that would be really helpful too. So let me know about that if you have suggestions for that. Or if you bought that blender and it's really great and you do use it for those purposes and there's some hacks or ways to use it, let me know also, because that would be really helpful to me. Okay, thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.